Erika Kirk's ex is what? Taking over for Charlie Kirk? I'm sorry, are we supposed to pretend that this is normal? Cause this is very odd.
And that man, he was present at that meeting.
Candace Owens just cornered Erika Kirk in a way she can't smooth talk or PR spin her way out of anymore. According to reports circulating behind the scenes, Candace is allegedly sitting on a tape connected to Erika's ex, and instead of shutting it down with a clear denial, Erika and her team are scrambling hard, tossing out distractions and changing the subject wherever they can. That kind of reaction has people raising eyebrows, and this is where things start to look real uncomfortable. It's already shocking that footage like this is even rumored to exist.
Bacon, babe, that's deep in there. Give them cleavage? People want cleavage. Showcase it.
Sells.
That's me.
But insiders claim this tape isn't some random clip from long ago. Allegedly, it connects directly to Erika's past behavior, including cheating allegations, quiet side relationships, and private choices that clash head-on with the polished image she's been pushing online. That contrast is exactly why this story is blowing up, because the version of Erika being described doesn't match the version she's been branding nonstop for years. People watching from the outside are starting to ask serious questions. If this tape is fake, why hasn't Erika come out swinging? Why hasn't she shut it down with confidence and receipts? And if it's real, the bigger question becomes, how much does Candace actually have sitting in that vault? Sources close to the situation are saying Candace isn't playing games here. They're claiming this isn't a bluff, and that Candace knows exactly what she's holding. According to those insiders, the moment that footage ever gets uploaded, Erika's carefully constructed public persona collapses overnight. But before breaking down this alleged new tape, it's important to look back. And because this isn't the first time cracks appeared in Erika's story.
When I lived out here, I was here for 5 years. I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was.
The first major hit came from earlier footage that already shook her carefully crafted narrative of being a pure, untouched Christian trad wife. That trad wife image didn't just appear overnight. It's something Erika has been aggressively pushing for years, shaping her entire public identity around it. And what made it even more jarring is that she doubled down on that image even after Charlie died. Instead of pulling back, she leaned in harder, reinforcing the same messaging across platforms. Now people are looking at everything sideways, especially her claim that she didn't date anyone in the 5 years before. At this point, viewers aren't just questioning the timeline, they're questioning the motive. Because when someone works this hard to control a narrative, people start wondering what they're trying to keep hidden. For Charlie, that whole perfect past story didn't even last long, because random people online tore it apart in minutes.
When I'm away, he serenades me. He'll send me videos.
I can't see Charlie Kirk doing that.
Regular internet users, not investigators, not journalists, just everyday folks scrolling late at night, started pulling receipts and timelines that didn't match what Erika was saying. The narrative cracked fast, and once it cracked, everything else started falling with it. But the clip that really sent social media into chaos was something nobody expected to resurface, an old audition tape Erika filmed with her ex-boyfriend for The Amazing Race. And this wasn't some calm, low-key video either. This was 15 straight minutes of energy that completely clashes with the modest, reserved image she later tried to sell. In the footage, Erika isn't acting shy or conservative at all. She's laughing extra hard, leaning in close, joking around, being openly flirty, and moving real comfortable with him like they're trying to sell chemistry for the cameras. At one point, he even starts acting goofy behind her while she laughs it off like it's nothing. It's playful, sure, but it's the total opposite of the pure and focused story she would later repeat online. And that's why people couldn't ignore it. Because you can't preach one lifestyle while old clips show something completely different.
I think we're at like over 200,000 for merch sales. Don't quote me on that because I think it just keeps like bumping up like crazy.
The contrast hit hard and viewers immediately started connecting dots. But here's where things get wild. That single video didn't just embarrass Erika, it opened the floodgates. Because the moment it started trending, Candace Owens stepped in fast and started dropping clip after clip after clip. Every new piece of footage added more questions and made Erika's timeline look shakier by the hour. And people noticed something real quick. The same Erika who went on air warning Candace to back off or else suddenly went quiet. No bold statements, no threats, no big energy, just silence. That silence spoke louder than anything. That's when viewers started saying Candace might have finally boxed her in with nowhere left to run. Because when someone who usually talks big suddenly disappears, it feels like pressure is hitting behind the scenes. Now, Erika's face has been everywhere these past weeks, thanks to Candace leaking audio and video that spread like wildfire. Every platform, every feed, every comment section. Boom, boom, boom.
Really handsome.
You look gorgeous. You fixing my... Got a little bacon. Babe, that's deep in there. Give them cleavage? People want cleavage. Showcase it.
Sells me.
Sells.
And insiders claim there's still more coming. People inside Candace's circle have been whispering about additional recordings, including this new alleged tape everyone's nervous about. And if you know anything about Candace, you know she doesn't tease unless she's holding proof. She doesn't bluff, she drops receipts. Just look at that 3-minute audio clip she already released. That alone had the internet in shambles. So the real question now is simple: what else is still sitting on that hard drive? In that leaked audio, Erika can be heard giggling and openly bragging about how much TPUSA merch was sold after Charlie's death. And that moment alone stopped people in their tracks because the tone felt completely off. This wasn't a somber reflection or careful wording. It sounded casual, upbeat, almost...
Someone at Turning Point decided not to file 3 of the 4 of their annual financial statements 4 months before Charlie Kirk appointed a new COO, requested a new audit, and was murdered.
But what really upset people wasn't just the bragging. It was the energy behind it. Erika sounded almost excited about the attention and exposure that followed Charlie's passing. To many listeners, it came across like she was thrilled about the spike in publicity for herself and TPUSA. That rubbed a lot of people the wrong way instantly. That clip mattered for one big reason. It backed up what Candace had been warning people about for weeks: that Erika stepping into the TPUSA CEO role wasn't about honoring Charlie's legacy, but about money, influence, and control. According to critics, continuing Charlie's work looked more like a convenient storyline than a genuine mission. Once that audio spread, whispers turned into full-blown accusations. Online forums lit up with claims that TPUSA supporters had been scammed. Maybe people started saying they paid for merch that never arrived, never shipped, or was delayed with no explanation. Whether proven or not, the damage was already done in the court of public opinion. That single audio clip wrecked Erika's image in a way no apology could fix.
Look at the 3-minute audio recording of Erika that she released just recently.
And then the video that followed made things even worse. It felt like confirmation stacked on top of confirmation, leaving very little room for doubt in the minds of viewers. Still, Erika hasn't lost everyone. She has a loyal group of supporters willing to defend her no matter what. They explain away the clips, downplay the tone, and insist she's being targeted unfairly. But insiders are saying that loyalty might finally get tested. Because if this alleged private tape Candace is rumored to have is as damaging as people claim...
It's coming from Erika. She actually never lived there. They said that she simply visited for 2 weeks, like a tourist, just to visit the Great Wall and perhaps see other monuments in history.
Unlike you, right now. Unlike you, my wife lived in China for 6 months, and she'll show you the videos, she'll show you the images. They don't have a regard for human life.
Then even Erika's strongest defenders won't be able to spin their way out of it when it drops. And here's why this rumor has everyone locked in. Even after multiple contradictions about her dating history, people believe there's still more beneath the surface. Based on evidence dug up from Erika's past, critics think there's a strong chance she's remained in contact with men from earlier chapters of her life. Connections that don't fit the story she's been telling. If that's true, then this isn't just about old clips or bad timing anymore. It's about a pattern. And patterns are a lot harder to explain away. And this part matters, because Candace's point was never just that an alleged tape exists. It's what that tape suggests. The implication is that Erika's timeline may not be as clean as she's claimed. And critics are now questioning whether Erika may have still been in contact with men from her past during years she publicly said she wasn't dating at all. One name that keeps coming up is Tyler J.T. Massey, a minor league baseball player Erika was openly linked to before meeting Charlie. Erika herself later described Tyler as her incredible boyfriend in a magazine interview. There were polished photo shoots, engagement-style images, and public appearances that made the relationship look serious and long-term. Some online commentators have gone even further, speculating about how deep that relationship truly went.
I lived out here. I was here for 5 years. I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was. Somehow getting drinks was the replacement of having coffee and breakfast. I personally would rather have coffee or brunch with someone than go. I don't drink. I find it unproductive.
To be clear, no claims about children or family ties have ever been confirmed. However, speculation intensified after old footage from a 2015 political rally resurfaced online. In that video, Erika and Tyler are seen standing near each other with a young child nearby. Viewers quickly began speculating. there is no verified evidence about the child's identity or any familial connection. Still, critics point to the body language and proximity, arguing it looked more familiar than coincidental. What added fuel to the discussion is that this was the same boyfriend who appeared with Erika in that old audition video that resurfaced earlier. The same footage where their dynamic appeared playful, intimate, and very public, a sharp contrast to the image Erika would later promote. Despite multiple posts from people claiming to know them, there is still no public proof showing when or how that relationship officially ended. That lack of clarity is what has people asking uncomfortable questions. Now, critics are wondering whether Erika ever fully closed the door on that chapter before moving on to the next one. And those questions hit harder when you consider the timing. Because when Erika met Charlie in 2018, she had just appeared on the reality TV show Summer House, based on resurfaced footage and timelines fans have dug up. To many observers, the overlap feels messy, not illegal, not proven, but messy enough to raise eyebrows. And once again, it's not about a single clip or rumor anymore.
But there's also another boyfriend. His name is Tyler Massey, and she dated him in 2015. Here we have them doing Fashion Week in Phoenix together. And in the caption to this photo posted by Jack Nicole, so Jack Nicole was the designer of Erika's outfit, hashtag this photo cute couple. And here's some more photos that were posted on Twitter.
It's about patterns, timing, and unanswered gaps that keep stacking up. When you line everything up, the timeline starts looking real shaky. Old footage shows Erika partying, dating, and living freely. And then, just a few months later, she suddenly has this picture-perfect meet-cute with Charlie. But here's the thing, and evidence suggests she may have already known people inside Charlie's circle, including Tyler Bauer, long before that story ever got told. And that's where people pause. Because if those connections already existed, then the fairy tale version doesn't hit the same. It starts feeling less spontaneous and more convenient. But even with all that, one big question still hangs in the air. What does Candace Owens actually want? Because Candace isn't the type to dangle footage for nothing. She wouldn't hold material like this over Erika's head unless there was something bigger at stake. That's what fans have been debating for weeks, and now many believe they've finally figured it out. For months, Candace has been publicly calling for a financial investigation into Turning Point USA. She hasn't been vague about it either. Recently, she even brought an investigator onto her podcast who claimed Charlie himself had started questioning the organization's finances months before his death. And when people looked closer at the timeline, something stood out. While Charlie's concerns reportedly surfaced around the same time, Erika began taking on a more active leadership role inside TPUSA. That overlap raised serious eyebrows. Candace has openly said she's never been comfortable with how that transition happened. But it doesn't stop there. There's also the secrecy surrounding Charlie's death. Critics accuse Erika of aggressively monetizing the tragedy while shutting down questions, discouraging scrutiny, and controlling the narrative. Whether fair or not, that perception has stuck, and it's fueling outrage online. Candace claims she wants transparency. And according to whispers circulating behind the scenes, she's willing to apply pressure until she gets answers. That's why Erika's continued silence has become such a big deal. Because the louder the allegations get, the quieter Erika becomes. And people notice that. Now here's the part that reportedly has Erika even more uneasy. Recent online digging uncovered publicly visible property listings tied to Erika across platforms like Zillow and Realtor.com. These listings appear to show ownership and activity that some critics argue doesn't align with the financial narrative Erika has presented publicly. Again, nothing illegal has been proven. But stacked on top of everything else, the tapes, the silence, the finances, the timeline, it adds another layer people can't stop dissecting. And at this point, it's not about one rumor anymore. It's about pressure building from every direction. What's throwing people off the most right now are the profiles that recently resurfaced online. According to publicly visible listings, they claim Erika once lived in China and worked in the entertainment industry, with alleged professional ties stretching into Romania, connections to U.S. Marine Corps-related work, and involvement with international nonprofit operations. Critics are pointing out that none of this ever appeared in her public narrative, and some believe even Charlie may not have known the full scope. That's why people are saying this isn't just about embarrassment anymore, it's about credibility. Because if these profiles reflect even part of the truth, then Erika has been sitting on a massive, unexplained chapter of her life. And if this rumored tape connects back to that buried timeline, it suddenly explains why she's been fighting so hard to keep Candace Owens quiet. But here's the chilling part. Insiders claim Candace hasn't even revealed her full hand yet. What's been leaked so far may only be the surface. And if that's true, then one upload could completely flip Erika's world upside down. At this point, the tape isn't just gossip, it's leverage. Every day, Erika stays silent. It looks less like a calculated strategy and more like someone bracing for impact, like someone waiting on a bomb they already know is real. And from the way Candace has been moving, this doesn't look like a bluff. There's no panic, no rush, no over-explaining. It looks like patience, like someone waiting for the exact right moment to pull the pin. So now the real question is this: what happens when that moment finally comes? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because this story is far from over. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with anyone following this saga closely. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.